Hello everyone and welcome back to Little Dragon's Cafe. In the last episode we opened up a new area, we found a new area. And I'm looking forward to exploring it, so we'll see what happens. Alright, let's go. I keep wanting that to be the door, it's not the door. Uh-oh, that's not a good noise. I think that's Vivi upset. That's usually what that noise means. We just started. How is the dragon upset already? Here, how about what if we give you a good pat on the head? No, we're missing half our egg birds. Those are definitely not grown. How are we on dragon manure? All right. I'm not in a huge hurry. I think we have a good grasp on ingredients. Check down here. We'll warp back. I think 11:30 seems to be like a good time to do that. Oh, I just remembered I turned the vibration off. The rumble. I really hope I get to ride the dragon like on the box. That'd be cool. You know, I just realized I'd probably be better off warping in those situations. I think it was to the left. Trying to remember. It's only been a week. But I'm thinking just based on what I've recorded already, this will probably be the only episode for the week. As usual, I had computer issues. I was gonna take a look at the Bravely Default 2 demo. And in the middle, I don't want to say in the middle, like I was like 5 minutes in. And my computer like crapped out. So I wasn't super interested in like continuing that. Oh man, these things are so hard to get. I'm like wasting all my time. Oh, egg birds! Give me the egg bird. Yeah, I hate having to install NVIDIA updates because they're pretty much always bad. I don't usually install any update until it's been out for at least a month. But with the melting hard drive, I was forced to. I didn't have a choice. I feel like video card drivers should not be that difficult. Like, I get everyone's hardware is different. You should have a pretty good idea how those cards work. I don't think there's really much excuse for messing that up. Grilled split fish 2 recipe, okay. Spinach, radish, onions. Ooh. More recipes pieces. Oh, there's definitely something through here. Do we go back? Oh, nope. Alright, never mind. That didn't play out the way I thought it would. Alright. Oh my god, I hit Rune Factory buttons. ZL, like, teleports you back to, like, the last checkpoint you went to. I'm talking to you. Oh, Billy's got it. Alright, good job, Billy. You actually did work for once. I'm borderline impressed. There we go. Billy's just like, yeah, sure, I was totally gonna get that one. Okay, that one he probably actually was going to help. look at that. Oh my god. She's gonna say, Billy, you're taking for freaking ever on that. Well, it doesn't taste bad. That's a plus. I like when customers oh my god, what am I doing? That's like the highest compliment you can pay a restaurant is this isn't bad. What do I have any food? There you go. Cool. Let's go explore some more. So like 4:30 and then I think we should come back. There are noises going on while the game's loading. I don't like it. I want to know what's happening. So there should be new ingredients. I have a feeling... Are there like boss fights to this? I don't know. The controls when it comes to hunting are a little clunky. Like, I have no idea how I'm supposed to get that. I think I need him to like just charge into a tree and get stuck. Or maybe I have to like... Can I? Nope. Get him! Jeez. Yeah, I feel like that's not worth it. I have a feeling eventually it'll be mandatory, but until it forces me to, I'm not gonna rely on it. 5 o'clock, time for the evening rush. We made it like nowhere. Let's make a salad while we're in here, I guess. I wish I could see things that I haven't made because this is going on long enough now that I've completely forgotten what I have and haven't made. Like, I'm pretty sure I haven't made this. Maybe I have. No, I definitely don't recognize that song. This is new. Is it better than anything I have, though? The pudding. It's better than the pudding. We'll reset the ingredients. I don't know that I want that. I think I put some, like, effort into that. But they all like the pudding. All right, well, hold on. We'll hold off for a minute. I think it's better than the slightly sweet bacon and eggs, too. Yeah, just barely. That's all right. All right, what time does everyone show up? I've kind of forgotten. How is our reputation? We're almost at that mark. People have never said you provide good service. Maybe it's because, like, where I am, you don't really put laundry out to dry. That it catches my attention how often in video games the concept of, oh, it's sunny and warm out today, the clothes will dry faster, like, comes up. Oh, alright, dinner is apparently later than I thought. I came back at 5 because I thought it was 6, but I guess it's like 6:30, maybe even 7. Man, I usually eat like early bird special like between 4:30 and 5. There we go. Anyone else coming in? All right, here, let me take your order. Oh no, Benima's upset. Here, I'll take your order. Bring an order back. And then we'll get our people back to work. Even though I do all the work. It's fine. It's really just, it's fine. Are you gonna... Okay, good. She did clean up at least. She does not have to literally do everything. Can I go grab that plate before anyone else can get it? Nope, they're gonna beat me to it. Nope, Billy. Nope, get out of the way. What? Oh my god, I had a thing for a Windows update. Nope. Oh my god, it's trying to update. I forgot to set up my computer when I redid it to say like, oh, I'm on a metered connection. Please don't download your stupid updates that tend to have like computer breaking bugs. It's hard because I know you want updates because you want to do like security, like fix security issues. That's good. Do that. But like especially with Windows, your quality of life features, I don't care about any of them. Like any convenience that they might provide is not worth the risk of them breaking something else, especially with how frequently that seems to happen. Ah! That's so annoying. There we go. It like lets you jump into the wall, but then obviously doesn't let you through the wall because it shouldn't. That's like the hard thing like with allowing jumping in games. It's a pretty base mechanic by now in most games. But like the ability for something to break. Ah, we didn't do as good helping. People are satisfied though, that's the important thing. Oh my god, that means it's after midnight. Alright, we'll get whatever's here. Then we'll go back. That was a pretty good day. But yeah, I just feel like with how easy it is to break something, I don't like... Don't add new features. Please. Please don't, or make them optional. That used to be a thing. I don't know. I largely just want to buy something and call it a day. That's how I want things to work, and that's not how things work. I think the problem is, the reason I'm so resistant to these changes is that, like, if you use really like any sort of computing system enough, like whether it's a piece of software, whether it's an, you know, operating system, which I guess would be software, but like, you know, regardless of what it is, like you eventually learn to kind of like work within its limitations. And it's not to say it's not nice when you can get around those limitations or when those limitations are no longer in place. But I think when you kind of also weigh that against the odds that something else is going to break, I'd rather just leave it alone. Xenoblade Chronicles was like a good example. I can't remember if I talked about that on this series or a different one. Where they broke the game with a post-launch patch. And it's fixed now. But it was like right before, they did like a patch right before a DLC came out, like I think like 3 weeks. And it broke, actually maybe even longer than that. I want to say it was like close to a month. But I'm gonna officially say 2 to 3 weeks. They released this patch. And it like broke a bunch of side quests if you were already on them. And I think it prevented you from like accepting them. And they were like character specific too. So if you happen to have those characters that were affected, then you're just boned. And Monolith was basically like, we'll wait till the DLC update to fix it. Like, awesome. Instead of releasing an emergency patch to fix something that was working a day ago, you're gonna wait 2 to 3 weeks, like potentially a month to do anything about it? No, you messed up. You need to fix it. Which, honestly, like, for how brutal I've heard Nintendo's certification process is, it's crazy to me that that even made it to the eShop. Like, there are other games where, like, they've added stuff after launch, which on one hand is really cool that they're still, like, supporting their game. They're still adding content after launch. But it just gets to a point where it's, like, no longer the game that you bought. Like, Crusader Kings 2, I think, is one, like, a pretty good example. Like, even if you didn't buy any of the DLC, they still give you a lot of the updates for free, which is really nice in a way. That you're basically getting like a bunch of extra content for free, and then there's other stuff that you can, you know, of course, pay for. But it's not the game that I bought like way back in the day. Oh, there we go. There's the... I think I see what I need to kill. Ooh! There we go. Alright, so that's what basically all you have to do. You like have to trick him. Which, like, not to pick on Paradox, but Stellaris, they did the same thing there. Where they, you know, updated the game and they added content. But you just get to this point where it's like, well, this isn't what I bought. Like, I don't like these new systems. Which, to me, I feel like when you add things that change core game mechanics, why would you not make that, like, an option to turn on or off? I remember Darkest Dungeon, when they were doing their Kickstarter, they got absolutely destroyed for one of their updates. Because of how much it changed the way the game played. And so one of the things they did is they actually added a toggle that would allow you to turn, I think, most, if not all of those options on or off if you want. But even then, like, they've done updates to things that I'm like, this is kind of dumb. Or I know why they did it. They did it to, like, patch exploits that people were doing. But I feel like they did it in the dumbest way possible. Because instead of saying, all right, this move is too good, like, how do we balance it? Their solutions seem to be, all right, well, you can only use it so many times per battle, and then there are abilities that you can only use so many times per dungeon. And it's like, that's kind of, like, that's kind of stupid. Like, balance-wise, I get it. Oh my god, why can't I do anything here? But, like, in terms of, consistency, that's kind of dumb. Oh my god, nope. Aha! I stole it. But I feel like that one's like a little bit less about post-patch content and more about just like bad balancing. Which, I don't know, like, I feel like people using abilities and characters in a way you didn't intend, I don't know that that's necessarily something that needs to be patched out. Obviously, like, depending on the situation, it might be different. But I guess it depends on how much it, like, trivializes the game's difficulty. But even then, like, you're making a choice. You know, if you want to grab 4 jesters and exploit one of the moves that they have and say you beat Darkest Dungeon, I don't have a problem with that, really. Because I feel like when there's a known exploit like that, people will usually ask. Like, oh, did you use it using the 4 jesters? Like, no, I beat that game legit. But even then, I would say, like, I beat that game with, on the lower difficulty, which from what I understand doesn't actually affect the difficulty of the game. It's, well, I mean, I guess it does. It like, cuts down on the grinding. Then there were options I definitely selected to make my life easier. Actually, I'm trying to think. I did select the option. Like, there's an option to go into the Darkest Dungeon more than once with the character, because normally, once a character goes into the actual Darkest Dungeon, they can't go into another dark dungeon ever. This let you do it, but at a severe stress penalty. So I don't even know how much easier that made things on me, because my character started out the run super stressed, and stress is huge in that game. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, especially with a single player game, I'm like, just let people play how they want to play. I think freaking out about balance in a game like years after launch, maybe not the best like use of your time. You know, that's a great thing for maybe an expansion, maybe a sequel. There is a sequel to that game. Or like they're making one. So I feel like that's where you put kind of those lessons into use. And I'm not trying to like pick on Darkest Dungeon because I freaking love that game. And I know I listened to one of the developers at GDC you know, did a kind of post-mortem on the game, and they had a very specific experience in mind that they wanted people to have. And so I do understand you know, you put all this effort into making sure people have a certain experience, and then they figure out a way to like bypass the difficulty. I kind of get it. Where's my dragon? Oh, probably went upstairs. All right, feed Vivi. But I do also think there's a point where you need to accept that no matter how balanced or how tuned your game is, like people will find the easiest way to do it. Alright, let's see if I can get up there. I don't know how I'm gonna kill those things, though. I didn't see any rocks. I think it's, like, all up to Vivi. That'd be a good way to end the episode if I can get it. I think since I'm doing fewer videos for this, I'm gonna try to... Oh, God. Go away! Go away, stupid thing! So yeah, aiming for like roughly 30 minutes. I think this one will be a little bit shorter than that, just because of how things have gone this week. I mean, something's always breaking. I think at some point you just gotta roll with it, but there's also only like so much you can do. Get him! Yeah! Now, how do we do? 12. All right, same as yesterday. Everyone's doing all right. Got him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can I get... Did we get him? No! That's horrible. I knew that was gonna happen. I didn't even care. I didn't even care. We did it. I don't think you can get through that. Nope. Okay. That's fine. Have another salad. He's like, ugh, salad. Ooh, what do you got? I don't know. Honestly, I kind of like doing series like this because I can just kind of talk about random topics. I don't know. I don't know how other people feel about that, but I like being able to have like some leeway to talk about things other than just like what is going on in front of me, because you can only be like, whoa, what's that? Or like, man, I didn't see that coming so many times. How do I get down there? One challenge I have when I go into work now is trying not to vocalize every single thought that I have, because I'm just so used to like talking about my thought process as we're going through, trying to explain why it is I'm doing what I'm doing. All right, that's where we're gonna end today's episode. We got that meat. It wasn't the climactic boss fight that I was kind of thinking it might be, but I'm okay with that actually. I'm almost glad it's not that way, but that's kind of in my head how I had envisioned it, that it was gonna be like this big, almost like Pikmin kind of in my head was how I was envisioning it. But that was fine. We have what we need. I can go kill that thing and get hopefully 2 more, and maybe it won't get stuck in the middle of the air where I'm just unable to get it for reasons. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying this series. I really like this game. It's just very chill and relaxed and a lot of fun. So let me know what you guys think. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.